Number 5. This is not a specific hint, but it is clear that even with open casting calls, established actors will always have a competitive edge. I personally tried to research and look up if there was anyone who landed a huge role through an open casting call. If some Joe Schmo or some regular Amy just happened to land a huge role with no acting background at all. I personally couldn't find one example. If you do, please send me a direct message or leave a comment below and I'd be happy to look into it. I can share a couple of examples of where there was an open casting call, and this might sound a little bit disheartening, but they still went with a really established actor despite auditioning thousands of people for a big role. One recent example is the live-action Mulan. They auditioned over 1,000 young Asian women, and a lot of them looked really talented because I remember I saw a lot of their open auditions that they posted on YouTube. In the end, Disney chose to go with China's superstar Liu Yifei. She's already an established actress with so many different credits in the early 2000s and after 2010. So what was the point of the open casting call if they were just going to cast a superstar anyway? Another example is with the TV show Glee. They held an open audition, and I remember this clearly because I had some friends who auditioned for this as well. Again, I don't know the specific number, but let's assume hundreds, if not thousands of people took their shot at trying to be a part of this hit show. In the end, they casted Darren Criss, who is a heartthrob, and I have a man crush on him. I am not shy to admit that. And it was a good choice, but again, it begs the question, what was the point of the open casting call? Darren Criss already had many credits before he joined Glee. So what was the point? Open casting calls are really encouraging, and it does give access to these big auditions that us Joe Schmoes, us peasants, wouldn't normally have access to. But from what I can tell, it is clear that people who've already acted in projects, whether it's plays or whether it's movies or TV shows, will always have that competitive advantage. So this is kind of related to point number 2. You need to find acting work as soon as possible, whether it is in a theater, whether it's in a web series, whether it's in a TV show, a movie, whether you're kind of playing a waiter with no lines in the back of this scene or somewhere. You need to find acting work ASAP in order to make sure that you can be a part of Netflix's live action Avatar, The Last Airbender. If you don't find work, if you just go to your open casting call with nothing on your resume, it will be really hard to cast you, even if you're a talented actor or even if you're a natural talent, because you just don't have proof that you're able to work in a professional setting. You might be naturally gifted, you might be naturally really talented, but they don't know for sure if 1, you're a professional actor that can handle the long hours on set, and 2, if you're someone that's good to work with. If you've done productions before, and if you're some celebrity that happens to be watching this, then this should be self-explanatory. If you have credits that you can show the casting people, then you have proof that 1, you can act, and 2, that people like working with you, and 3, that you have the professionalism to complete projects. Again, this might sound a little bit harsh, but it is unrealistic to think that you can land a role, even a small role, without any sort of acting history. So guys, get on it as soon as possible.